Hello, I'm going to be doing an unboxing of a new product, Viga Music Tools Intramic. For those of you who may have seen my blog post that I did a few years ago, so I can get a lot of people contacting me about microphones for clarinet and bass clarinet in particular. It's a bit problematic miking up these instruments, particularly that I'm doing a lot more with the contrabass clarinet. It is particularly difficult to mic up the contrabass clarinet in a live setting or for use with electronics. Recording is a different kind of story. So this is a new mic I just heard about. Ben Plocki at Headwind Music over in Bristol in the UK told me about this. This is made by a French company, Viga Music Tools. From what I understand, it's quite new, maybe a 3-year-old company, and I believe that this product itself in its kind of current form is really quite new. And so I've got one here, and I'm quite excited about it. There are certain types made by companies like Roomberger. It's more like a pickup. It attaches into the barrel of the clarinet or the neck of a saxophone or something like that. But the way that it works is you have to drill a hole into the instrument, and then it sits inside like that. And these produce the least amount of feedback, which is very handy when you're playing in a very loud band, and also particularly with electronics. But you have to drill a hole in the instrument. So, you know, on clarinet, you can get an extra barrel. That's not such a huge expense. But for bass clarinet, to get an extra neck, and for saxophone as well, that gets a lot more expensive. And then, you know, to do that on every single instrument that I might want to use it on, and, you know, either drill a hole and plug it, or pick up an extra one just to use. For the mic, that's a lot of work. Also, you know, just then you have to take it to a repair tech to drill the hole and make it seat and everything. So this one is quite interesting in that it doesn't require any of that. It sits actually inside the board of the instrument and works in the same way, but without having to do any modifications to the instrument. So I am quite excited to try this out. So first I'll do an unboxing, and then I'll do another one where I actually try it out a bit. So here we have the box, nice little black box with the logos and details. The first internal microphone for wind instruments, and yeah, just some marketing information and things. So open it up. So here we have, this is the actual element itself in a tube case, plastic. Get the end off. So this is the actual mic itself. This is the part that actually goes inside the instrument. And this right here looks like the actual microphone. So it sits inside the instrument, and it's on a flat cable, which, it goes inside the mouthpiece, and this flat cable kind of comes out around the cork. And then here we have a small little connector. So put this back in there for safekeeping. So next we have, now this is the preamp. I was a little bit worried about how big this was going to be, but it is tiny. It's very small. It's very light. That's really cool. It has an entirely rubberized case on the outside, so if it were to fall or anything like that, it would be protected. It's not like a plastic or anything like that. Let's see. Looks like plus minus. I assume that's on-off switch. Star circle. One of those is, I would guess, is on and off, or maybe this one on top. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at the manual. We have a light. We have, this is going to be the connection. This part of the cable is going to connect into there. Yeah, opens up in here. There's a battery compartment. It's just one of the flat round batteries, and all the electrical components for the preamp. Goes back in there. So this is very small, very light. It's great. Here we have little clips. These are clips that I believe are meant to go onto the posts on the instrument, which hold the wires in place. I should also mention, so he has a couple of things available on his website. One, you can just buy all these parts individually. Also, he has a couple kits. So there's two different types of elements. I have the one type 2, I think it was called, which is the one he recommends for clarinet specifically. Can also be used on saxophones. I think it said did not work so well on soprano saxophone, but was good for all the clarinets and the rest of the saxophones. The other one, I think it worked fine on all the saxes, but wasn't as good for clarinet. I don't remember exactly the differences. It's something about how this part sits inside the instrument. Anyway, this is the one that's best for clarinet, also works for saxophones. And I got the kit, which also includes a coupler. So that's he has two different kits. One is just the element and the preamp and some of these other extra fixings. And then there's a kit with the coupler. So this coupler allows you to plug the element in here and then another cable out of here. So that would be, so like in here, this would be the coupler here. So the element plugs into that, and then a longer cable so you can put the preamp somewhere else. On the picture on the clarinet here, it just shows it without it onto here. But if I wanted to move that down here, or maybe have it on my body or something like that, and I can have another cable for that. So this is the kit with the coupler. So this coupler is also, this is tiny. He didn't really have many pictures on his website, just a few kind of diagrams, but with no real scale or perspective. So I really wasn't sure. But these are, I mean, these are tiny and super light. So that's really exciting, because I was afraid that some of these things would be a bit big and chunky, but they're not. These are great. So, so lift this up. And okay, underneath we have a bag, a little carry bag with Viga Music Tools logo on it. Inside we have, all right, some cables. So here we have, so this plugs into the preamp. So this is like a mini jack cable that plugs into the preamp with a normal size 1/4-inch jack output. I think this is the standard cable that it comes with. This here is one of the cables to use with the coupler. One end of the element will plug into here. Then this cable will plug in to another side, and then the other side of that cable plugs into the preamp. So I can move the preamp around and have it where I want. The coupler kit comes with either a 55 centimeter or 1 meter cable. I asked him to send me both, just because I didn't know, basically just to have a bit more flexibility with where I could put it, particularly a bass clarinet. I might want a longer one than clarinet. Maybe I decide to just mount it right near it and not even use the coupler. We'll see. I wasn't sure, so I ordered extra things just in case. So I've got 2 of these, but it would normally just come with the one. Then, okay, so I asked him for some extra cables as well. So this is a cable that will attach to my AMT wireless system, because that's if you read my other blog post on the The mics that I've been using have been the AMT TA2 microphones, which have been great. I really like them for a lot of reasons. They served the purposes that I was looking for. I've been really happy with them. But yeah, with the caveat that sometimes I can get some feedback through them, and especially with using electronics, can be a bit of a pain. However, one of the great things I really like about that mic is how the wireless transmitter clips directly onto the microphone. So it's just all one unit. I'm not tied to the microphone or to the instrument in any way, and I really like that. So I was hoping to be able to use this with that wireless system somehow. I'm going to have to do a bit of DIY to make it work, since it doesn't have the proper clips or anything, but I'll find a way to make that happen. So this is just a cable that will plug into that wireless system. And here, this is another one I asked him for. This just goes to an XLR. He recommends not using an XLR normally to plug into a PA system because phantom power needs to be disabled, or else it could ruin the preamp. So I didn't get a long cable, and I'll just, if I need that to go into an XLR, I'll just put one of these into a DI or something like that. But this is for another wireless system that I was interested in looking at to see if it works any better with this, in case the AMT doesn't so well. But it used an XLR, so I just asked him for one of these extra. Okay, what else do we have? Okay, these look like fasteners, different kind of rubber band attachment things of varying sizes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these in 5 different sizes. Okay, and then just some other small little rubber bands. So these would be for attaching things around. So I guess, yeah, I might use like one of these on this coupler. See, like if I were to attach it to my finger as if it was the neck of my instrument. So yeah, just kind of attaches like that. Easy. So yeah, so it's just a bunch of other rubber bands to attach things. So I'll find out which ones I need, what works best once I get it onto the instrument. What else do we have here? So I've got an extra battery. Looks like a couple stickers with Viga Music Tools logo on it. A screwdriver, tiny screwdriver. I think this is for making some adjustments on the on the preamp. Not sure exactly what yet. Yep, some brushes and pokers. I think this is for actually cleaning out the microphone itself and the element. Yeah, and then this I'm pretty sure is for, this is to attach this in some way that I don't know exactly yet. I saw a picture, but that attaches onto there to be able to clip it. Yeah, okay. Oh no, got it upside down. Here we go, try again. Yeah, okay, there we go. So that's on there. So yeah, so now I have a little clip. I could wear this on a belt with that. I probably will not wear it on a belt because I don't like to be tied down to the instrument. This is how you can do it otherwise, so there you go. Okay, last thing is a couple other, a user manual in both English and in French. So for those who are wondering, so the difference between the different kits, and again, you can buy all of these separately on his website. So the normal kit would have this, the element, the preamp, the cable, and the post clips and rubber band fasteners. The coupler adds coupler and the cable, one of these cables, one or the other, depending on which you want. And then I have just gotten an extra cable and these. These things would also come standard in the kit, in the normal kit, then in the coupler kit, and then extra bits. So stay tuned, and I will be giving a demonstration of how to actually set this up and how it sounds.